I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, my gosh. How'd he get his arm?
Unbelievable. He looked like he was done, but he was able to slip the arm out and stay safe.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Just misses with the straight left hand. And they separate after exiting the clinch. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. So the fight goes the distance, and man, did they entertain the masses.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Travis Dominguez Almeida! All right, so there he is. The celebration is on. He tried to leave the judges out of it tonight, was unable to do that, but a pretty dominant effort nonetheless. He's your winner by unanimous decision.
And you got to feel good about that. You got to feel good about dominating every aspect of a fight and getting a victory. He should be very proud of his performance.
Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Tim Elliott. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Rob Font.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. Another big night for the MMA leader from Las Vegas, Nevada's T-Mobile Arena. Been a lot of seminal moments in this building. I can think of one.
It was a big one for me at UFC 226. But John, also UFC 200. I got to stand across the cage from Anderson Silva in that arena. This is a plate.
Oh, and there's the double leg takedown, DC. That is just too good, too easy.
Too good, too easy. The timing was just too good. Before he could even defend, he's already off of his feet, going backwards. It's hard to run backwards, and that's what happens when this guy hits the double leg. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Font getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes.
This is where he wants to be. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Elliott's right back to the full mount. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together.
And now he's got the back. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Elliott.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Font's back in full guard. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Nicely done. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
It's okay. Keep your hands up. Elliott's back to the north-south.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the darts here. This is tight.
drops.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
So we crossed the 30-second mark in our opening round. Font's in half guard.
Not being just defensive, but offensive off of his back. Great punch land.
Round 2 next.
Hey, stop.
Take a deep breath and recover. This next round, we really want to focus on ground control. You have to set up your takedown. I want you to maintain a dominant position.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, round 2. Nice kick landed there by Elliott. Good little uppercut forward there. Font going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes up. All right, hip toss, and he is able to take him down. Beautiful execution there.
Great job knowing exactly what he wanted. Moving the position left and stepping in with that right leg to load his opponent and flipping him through. Great move. We love the big move. They're very excited.
Elliott's back in half guard, very comfortable here.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to be careful here.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Elliott's really pressing the issue now, and he's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat. Oh, real good submission attempt now. That one looks tight. Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the feet.
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling, and that's exactly what they got in that exchange. Oh, nice takedown defense.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round.
Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg.
Oh, nice hammer fist there by Rob Font.
Big ground and pound. I mean, way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. All right, side control now. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here.
Oh, nice. Getting them out here. Oh, he got to the spot.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Rob Font. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands. Every punch lands. He has just outclassed this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
Ooh, uppercut lands.
Beautiful level change.
Making all these shots count. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Tim Elliott.
Beautiful transition.
All right, a good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Elliott gets back up. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Massive knee lands from the tie clinch.
Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position.
Oh, big elbow.
Right now they separate. So once again, leaning on that long reach as he counters effectively with a jab to the head.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away. That guillotine is very tight.
Oh, that has got to be it.
You need to work on
Oh,
his
he
defense.
got out.
Oh, he got out. He did a great job. He attacked a lot. He got pressure forward, then off to the side, rolled to his back to release that pressure.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. These ground strikes are starting to add up. All right, close guard now. Under 2 minutes in our third and final round. And he's able to work his way back to his feet. All right, late in the fight now, he needs a finish or he's going to lose this fight tonight. We'll see if he goes for it.
I mean, he's got to pull out all the stops. There is no more strategy. There is no more time to try to set up a punch. You got to just start letting everything fly.
Entering in on a single leg takedown attempt here, and he is able to get the fight where he wants it. Nice job there.
The moment he secures that single leg, you can see how comfortable he is and the variety of finishes he has from this position.
Fon's in full guard now. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
20 seconds left. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
All right, so as many expected, this fight goes the distance, but a lot of action in there, particularly when it comes to his offensive wrestling.
I mean, he wrestled at a really high level tonight. He knew that his opponent was going to get back to his feet if he got taken down. But he was so committed to the takedown, to the pressure, to the grind, they say, that he was able to really wear him down and get the victory.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges scored the contest 29-28, 30-26, and 30-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Timothy Elliott!
All right, so a big win for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner here tonight. Didn't get the finish that he had forecasted, but I think he's going to enjoy watching this one back.
Oh, yeah. He's going to love watching this because he loves grappling. He's been doing it since he was a kid. So he loves seeing the fight taking place on the ground. And on the ground, he was dominant. What a beautiful performance.
Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me. Instead of comparing the 3, let us exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I smoke and choke on the street. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth.
All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this featherweight tilt. All right, now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Diego Lopez! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, El Patero!
You ready to fight? Ready.
Good to have you with us tonight from T-Mobile Arena, the home of the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, and the building in which DC shocked some of the MMA world at UFC 226, but this venue will always have a special place.
This venue holds a special place in my heart. UFC 226, I became the double champion. This is a fight venue that you should want to compete in. A great arena where you can make history. Tonight, you get your chance.
Oh, nice jab to the head there by Rodriguez. And there is that kicking game from Yair Rodriguez on full display early on in this one tonight.
Yeah, Yair Rodriguez is a beast. And you know when you watch him, when you're going to the octagon with him, you got to always be on high alert because he can hit you from anywhere. And a lot of times, it comes from those kicks, those very diverse, scary, dangerous, challenging to understand kicks that he throws.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
Massive shot from the top.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there.
Oh, right into mount.
Rodriguez getting work from the top here. These ground and pound. Oh, and he locks up a triangle. That looks tight, DC.
It's very tight. And now he's just got to start passing the arm across. Look at him. He's starting to posture. Oh, my goodness. He picked him up. He slams him down, uses straight power to escape that triangle choke. Great job. Great technique. I mean, great physicality by this youngster.
And just when you thought he might get submitted, instead he turns defense into offense and power bombs his opponent on the canvas.
He's in the mount. Right here, you got to empty the gas tank, John. You got to just go forward and let everything fly.
Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Working for the submission once again.
He's fighting. He wants this very bad.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are going to be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 is underway. Oh, gotta be careful taking too many of those leg kicks.
Nice leg kick.
Well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, blood's in the water. You gotta go get it. You gotta go find the finish. You cannot let him off the hook like that, because now he will be motivated to try to go and hurt you as you hurt him.
Head kick partially blocked. So Rodriguez continuing to manage distance beautifully tonight. He's got his kicking game on point.
He's so long. So Yair uses those kicks to not only brutalize you, but to maintain space. He's a well-rounded mixed martial artist. He's really improved in the wrestling, but ultimately, the kicking game will always...
Ooh, heel hook and tap now, and it looks locked in. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight.
He's going hard to try to get the heel hook. He cannot allow for him to beat his hips with his knee if he wants to finish this fight. How about that? He avoids the submission and gets right back to his feet.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
All right, setting up the armbar here.
Beautiful setup on that armbar. Trying to finish the armbar here. All he's got to do now is take his time, and the finish will present itself.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming. And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across.
Oh, he got out again. Nice job staying offensive there as he lands a shot from the bottom. Oh, how about that reversal by him there? 30 seconds to go in round 2.
Down into his mount.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, working inside the closed guard now.
Oh, he's got the choke.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round. And he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, and why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body, until he makes some sort of adjustment.
Ready. Ready.
Third round underway.
Oh, that body shot hurt him.
Oh, and a cut just opened up on his forehead. There's that patented single.
Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish the fight.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Oh, good ground and pound here. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. That Darce choke is tight.
Wow, fantastic submission defense yet again.
Great job being busy off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. That was nice.
Oh, look at that high-level grappling as the fighter reverses position and attains a dominant position. All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent.
There it is. Now he's going to mouth.
Oh, it looks like he's trying to isolate an arm here. Triangle now, DC. We'll see if he can close the show.
Oh, the triangle is in. And not only does he have the triangle, if his opponent circles the wrong way, he can even attack an armbar. This is a very big...
Oh, wait, he got out!
Unbelievable that he was able to survive that triangle attempt. He took slight movements, got off to the right side, got his arm free, and found safety. That was tremendous defense.
Lands the ground and pound strike. All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. They go the distance tonight, but you got to think he won over the judges with his striking acumen tonight.
Yeah, you got to watch one of the best strikers in the entire UFC. He did everything so well, and in my opinion, he should cruise to a very easy decision.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-26, and 29-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Diego
All right, so DC, nobody surprised to hear those scorecards as the more well-rounded athlete gets it done over a fighter who's primarily a kickboxer at this stage of his career.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he just kickboxes still. But he showed good on himself. But it was all about the well-rounded guy. Winning the exchanges that mattered, getting the takedowns when he needed to, and really putting on a dominant performance. I understand that it's a decision, but not all decisions are created equally.
Yeah.
And this one was dominant.
And now our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Curtis Racer. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Jail Khan Mahayajima Almeida.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, prevailing wisdom coming in was that Curtis Blades would go for the takedown early and often, but as his striking has developed over several years now on this UFC roster, he is able to present a lot of different looks to the opposition. So let's see if Blades will go to the wrestling realm tonight or maybe strike a little bit more than we've seen in fights past. Nifty little uppercut there by the wrestler. He told you in the fighter meeting, he's got hands. Showed him to you there, man.
Well, he showed it. I mean, that's a tricky little uppercut there. Good job timing it. Not just defending like a wrestler by sprawling, but throwing that uppercut, showing him that there's going to be damage if you enter in the range.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Good work from the top here by Blades. Blades making these ground strikes count.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Almeida. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah. No pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes. Now Blades is much safer position there, being in side control. Nice.
Nice positional control here. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Well, Malhadinho's back in full guard now. Lands the ground and pound strike here.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Blades ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count.
Oh, slick reversal right there.
Well, he's on his back now, going for the rear naked choke. We'll see if he can get under the chin. Oh, that rear naked choke looks tight. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Great shot from the top position.
All right, has the guard closed here. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Blades. All right, feet on the hips here. Horn sounds for the end of round one.
Okay, you want to go right back out there and do it again. Change levels, shoot that single, go right through him, and just stay on top half and ground and pound. Just stay on there.
All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes. Volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two underway. Push kick there to the body.
Oh, that was a big one there.
All right, so there's the takedown game on display, all set up, though, by the hands this time.
It has to be set up. You cannot just take blind takedown attempt. You can't shoot. You got to set your opponent up. He did that beautifully.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Curtis Blades. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Almeida.
And there you go. Again, half guard.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Blades. Good, solid strike on the ground.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest, and get enough pressure to finish his technique. He's out. What submission defense on display.
Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
Blades is back in full mount.
Nice transition.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Another ground and pound strike lands. Relentless pressure from the top by Blades. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just got to move.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Almeida. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Blades is back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. 20 seconds left. Working out a half guard here.
Hey, stop.
Good round.
Beautiful, relax, sit down. Sit down, you're looking good. But we got one more round. I need you to go this one as hard as you can. This is it, 5 more minutes.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Oh, nice knee. Another knee by Blades. Oh, what goes up must come down as he slams him right on the canvas. Huge moment in the round.
It excites me to watch somebody land those types of technique. The impact of that slam.
Oh, judo toss. Made it look easy. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Blades is back in half guard.
Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Almeida.
Great ground and pound by this man.
How about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
Nice move into half guard. Shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing.
Almeida's back in half guard.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Well, Malugino's in half guard now.
He's got to find a way to get back to his feet. Now he's going full mount. Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. How in the world did he escape that submission? All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
"20 seconds to go in the fight."
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Curtis Razor Blades.
Curtis Razor Blades, ladies and gentlemen. What a win for Blades here tonight. We saw some of the evolutions he has made with his striking game. The wrestling was still on point, and you start to wonder, as the big fights will materialize, just how far can Curtis Blades take it?